All right. What was that? That was a freeze capture of my surprised face. It's absolute brilliance is happening everywhere, especially in America. I'm so honored to be alive in these moments, seeing what Trump and God and all the light beings, they're just fully aware what's going on and what are they going to do in the background and what they were going to do for many, many years before it really comes into your eye so you see. Today's chat, they have nothing to do with Trump, but it has to do with his actions and with his deeds. And we'll do some kind of political analysis of, let's say, Clinton's motives, why she was going to run for the president, or she was running for the president, and not being able to even come close to influence the presidential seat for her and her cronies all around. So when you looking at the motives behind her, she was actually running for the president to save her life. Period. Because she knew that if this doesn't happen, as it didn't, she will be absolutely deleted, annihilated. She will be cleansed of this planet. Not only her, but all of the crowd behind her, on top of her, around her, underneath of her. So meaning that all the deeds in a quotes, that she was doing were with a very sinister reason. She was terrified. So she has to win. The Democrats had to win. And did they win? No. So they end up dealing with the consequences. And consequences are their motives will become fully disclosed. Their previous deeds will be fully disclosed. What does it make any difference for you, you're asking? Maybe you're not, but because you know. But let me just share with you my feeling. She and the crowd of the old ex-presidents, Bill Clinton's, George Bush's seniors, all of them will be absolutely exposed for what they were planning to do. Not only they were planning to do in the near future, but what they were doing through all these years. How they've been deceiving you as a human living here, and they're totally covering the tracks. So they have to have somebody, not Trump, in the leadership seat to continue covering. Yet the truth will set you free, as some very clever dude said a long time ago. Geronimo, I think, and native Indian tribe member. So, the truth will set you free, and it will set them free of their life and of their existence completely. As well, it will set you free, a listener, a watcher, just a dumb observer who's thinking that everything has to be done for them. So the truth will set you free, that you will realize that Trump will not only ask for you to hear him, he will ask for you to make an action or make a choice to do some action. I mean, how he's going to do this? He will put you basically in front of your own deeds or non-actions, which are as well very, very nasty deeds of ignorance and of complete belligerence, that you thought you can sit in your ignorant, chair doing nothing and seeing what was going around wrong. Now you cannot pretend that you don't see it, a dirty media, that you don't see it, fake news fabricated, that you don't see a stealing of your wealth from American wealth, and it's leaking everywhere around, mostly to Puerto Rico, Mexico, and all the other parts of the world, especially underground world. This is not so known to many. So, title for today: when motive become more important than our deeds. Question was addressed to Clinton, Hillary. What was her motive? We kind of elaborated a bit. I did elaborate. Her motive was to actually save the situation for her and all her dark entities that were controlling the planet until the moment Trump took the presidency. So you can be very proud that you choose him over her. Simple. So you made a choice. Let's say collectively your consciousness grew over 58.3% of the ones who went in the boat, with a lot of difficulties from 20-30 million of non-existent and the fake voters on the side of the Clinton's campaign. You still won. So you have to pat yourself on the back because you saw the truth, in the words of Trump. So Trump's motives were, can you guess? To get more money for him? I don't think he needed. To get more famous? No, he get the shows, he get the buildings, he get the businesses. What for? He was there. He was running for the president. For you. To let you know what was going on. So, this was his motive. Hillary's motive, from pure fear that she would be exposed with the rest of the pedophilia gate crowd. They just traffic children, trafficked organs, trafficked blood, trafficked drugs, traffic anything that is not actually good for the humanity as such. It's good for another breed that you will be as well informed. You're going to believe it much or not? Well, it's up to you. So when we stop looking into a motive and we just concentrate on what these actions mean, let's say what all the actions that Trump is actually doing in the last couple of weeks, 4 weeks in the presidency, he basically cleaned the house from bottom to the top floor. Not fully exposing everything yet because they are still all, they're clinging with their nails on the walls just to hang for a couple of more days. Just hoping something will happen, some magic, God of the underworld will come and save them. I don't think so. I mean, I know so, but it's up to them to realize. So actions of Trump's are very, very important. So rather watch and observe his actions, not his words. I mean, it's with him, it's a rare combination that this is magic. Hillary, Bill, whoever, from the previous politicians, where their words not match their actions. They want to talk about, we will do this for people, we'll make Obamacare works. Yeah, but nobody says for who. Obamacare works for pharmaceuticals, not for the people. And this is the first thing that Trump says. All his words and deeds are actually just for the people. So he's in a balance of what he's saying with what he's doing. So, how you can accompany him and his team into full awareness of what's going on in the world. Well, in America first and then in the world. Because everybody is waiting to see what's going to happen within the United States. How fast the Obamacare will disintegrate and they will bring a universal healthcare for everybody. Like many other, let's call it socialist countries still have, will be equal for everybody without an obligation to have a job and to have a higher, let's call it insurance policy against their own health. They will be granted this from beginning. So just watch. This is one thing. Another thing that will be very, very soon happening will be a redistribution of the wealth within America. America is one of the wealthiest countries. No matter fake debt that was accumulated in 20 trillion, quadrillion dollars. I don't even know the number what they are posting there. But it is not real. Like a fake news, they were not real. This debt is a fake debt. Yes, you treated it as real, but that's your problem. Until you realize that it is not anymore. So Trump will help you. And his Minister of Treasury will come up with some very, very decent solution for every single American. So it'll be like this. Rich people, a couple of them. Very, very poor people, many of them. Let's just go like this. And everybody will live in the very middle section of their, let's call it, expectation. So will be millions of people will raise their standard of living and start the receivables to the point that they will be quite satisfied with what is coming up. Well, a couple of percent of the top earners now will not be, because they have no choice anymore. Otherwise, they would be truly put against them, will be put a court case as a crime against humanity, because they were stealing, endlessly stealing, not only money, not only pensions, not only gold that belongs, not only properties or houses or farms from people by tricking them into signing a dirty contract. Just watch and be satisfied with your actions. So, where the morality comes into this conversation between motive and deeds. Morality is base of everything. You cannot have fake morality. You cannot have relative morality to the present situation. You just have to be moral and realize what a motive of yours is and what your deeds are. So if you don't have these two together in a moral correlation, you will always make a very tough and very nasty decision in the way that you will put them on the side, you will ignore. You will not make any kind of actions towards a moral decision. So, your motives from before, it really doesn't matter. Why Hillary wanted to be a president? because of the fear. Why you didn't want to say anything until this moment? Because you were afraid, and that's okay. I mean, it's not okay to be afraid 24/7. It's like tiring. But what you can do as of this moment, go into action and deeds vocabulary, into actions mode, and start doing true actions that you will support. When you see that somebody do something very, very moral, something very, very honest, or something very dishonest, you will be the one and say, please don't do this anymore. Or be brave enough and post it out. Raise the charges. You as a sovereign human being, American, citizen of America, let's say, of the Sovereign Republic of America, can raise criminal charges against anybody around. Any politician that you find that they're doing. Your mayors, your politicians, your senators, your ex-presidents. You can. Your bankers, the ones who stole your apartments or houses or farms. You raise charges against them. These are the deeds that it will bring a difference in your life as an American. As well, will show the whole world there is like 60% of Americans absolutely brilliant. They are awake. They are not afraid anymore to stand for their own truth. And your truth is actually sitting in the White House right now. Has a fluffy white hair, a little bit going gray, but his words are swiping off the fake media, the fake politicians, the fake bankers, and the worst, the fake military, let's call it dark military generals. They're just swiped out from the earth. So you can join, or you can still sit in your wrong motive of the fear that somebody could say that you're not doing the right thing, which really nobody cares what you're thinking or what you're doing until you really start making a difference for everybody else. Not only for your own selfish, puny, but okay. That's good for now.